Hey friends, today we are going to tour a master plan community called Cadence. Now, this community is 600 acres. It started development in 2017, and right now they have just a couple of new builds left. But the great thing is that you can get resale homes here that are just a few years old, and they already have the backyards done. So this community is just off the 202 freeway in a really popular, new, exciting area of Mesa in the East Valley. It's right next to Eastmark, an enormous master plan community that I think everyone gravitates towards. You kind of drive by Cadence when you're on your way to Eastmark. But Cadence has a lot going for it, so I am going to show you this master plan community, the amenities, the shopping, the things that are happening in the area. And once you watch this video, you will know exactly what it would be like to live in Cadence. Here is the Cadence sign that greets you as you're entering the neighborhood, and then right over here you have that 202 freeway. So super conveniently located to hop on that freeway. Further in the distance, there's quite a bit of employment. We have some shopping right over here. I'm going to show you more of that later. You are going to find a little bit of shopping right as you enter the neighborhood at arrival. This is where there are some restaurants, there's an urgent care, dental services. So let's take a ride around here so you can see what it's like. Let's drive down a couple of streets in Cadence, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how this community is different than Eastmark, the more massive master plan community that is right next door. So you actually drive by that huge Cadence sign whenever you're going to Eastmark, which is right next to it. And there are some key differences. I would say the most obvious is that Cadence is significantly smaller. This is a 600-acre community that is done with all of the building. Eastmark is way larger than that, and they are gonna still be building for quite a while yet. Another big difference is the number of amenities. Eastmark is larger, it has more amenities, and the HOA is actually different. Here in Cadence, it's just over $200, and Eastmark is just over $100. Now, that can seem like a hard pill to swallow, but here in Cadence, you might find a house that's a better fit for you at a better price. And there are quite a few amenities in Eastmark that you can actually still use. In Eastmark, a number of those amenities are actually maintained by the city of Mesa, so they are open to the public, such as the catch and release fishing pond, their amphitheater where they have concerts, big playground that they have there. So it's always an option to head over there if those things interest you. And here in Cadence, they have amazing amenities for that $200. So I feel like you are getting your money's worth here. Cadence has several parks throughout the community, and each one has something a little bit different, including basketball, sand volleyball, tennis, pickleball, plenty of playgrounds if you have kids, and they even have a dog park. Let's take a look at a few of the little parks spread throughout Cadence. You can see how well shaded they made these playgrounds for the kids, which is important here in sunny Arizona. The bright colors that they used are really fun. And they also have those huge ramadas, great areas to sit down while the kids play, maybe have a picnic over there. This right here is the little fenced-in dog park that they have here. Nothing real special, but you know what? You can get your dog out here, throw the ball, let him run around. Okay, let's talk a little bit about how far you're gonna have to drive to get to some of the spots you'll need to go to. So, starting off with the hospitals. Your closest one is gonna be called Dignity Health, and it's only about 8 minutes away, but also you have 2 banner hospitals that are about 15 minutes away, one to the north and one to the south. So you have options there. Are you a Costco shopper? Well, there is one that is 10 minutes away in Queen Creek, and it is pretty much brand new. For a huge shopping area, you also have San Tan Village, and that's about 15 minutes away. So many great stores and restaurants there. Now, let's talk about the airports. You are very close to the Mesa Gateway Airport. It's just 13 minutes away, and maybe that concerns you because you don't want to hear a lot of airplanes flying overhead every day. Well, I actually had a client interested in this area, so I studied the flight paths, the direction of the runways, and I'm happy to say that here in Cadence, the airplane noise is really pretty minimal. There are some new build communities in Queen Creek where I cannot say the same thing, but I would not be too concerned about it here in Cadence. Now, if you want to take a more major flight out of the main Phoenix airport, that is a 35-minute drive when there is no traffic, and let me tell you, the traffic on the 202 can get pretty heavy, especially in rush hour. So if you're traveling during that time, you definitely want to give yourself some extra time to get to the airport. There are currently 15 homes for sale in Cadence. The least expensive is listed at $485,000. That's a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home and 1,800 square feet. The most expensive home that is currently listed is $825,000. That is a 6-bedroom, 4.5-bath home, and it is 3,160 square feet. All right, I just pulled over to kind of their main community center, and I want to tell you a little bit about all of the things that they offer right here. It's really pretty impressive. So first of all, they have a really big pool with a couple of fun water slides for the kids that kind of twist around down. They also have a lap pool if you're more into swimming laps for fitness. And then they have a big spa area as well with lounge chairs and a cabana, a fire pit, so a great place to meet with neighbors. Right in this area, they also have the Moto Fitness Center that has free weights, treadmills, elliptical trainers, a spin room, and a movement studio for things like yoga or Zumba, stretching. Right over here, they also have the Flourish Community Center. That is a kind of a gathering space where sometimes the residents get together and watch some of the local football games. They also have a section of that center called Game On, where they have things like pinball, foosball, things that maybe the kids and teenagers would enjoy, or maybe you're just a young at heart adult and you would enjoy that as well. They have Stir, which is kind of a cafe style workspace if you want to come and have a quiet place to work during the day. They have sports courts, they have tennis, pickleball right here, and let's get out of the car and take a look at some of these awesome amenities that you get for the $209 that you pay every month. Here are the bocce ball courts. And on the other side of this fence, you have some tents where you can lounge. And this is the little spa that they have over here. So pretty out here. They have so much seating. So on this side, they have that huge pool with the fun twisty slides. And then right next to it over here, there's a lap pool. This is the fitness center, and there's actually quite a few people in there working out right now. This is the little courtyard, and it's also where you head on into the Moto Fitness Center. The mix is where they have a space you can rent out for special events. It looks like someone has it set up for a wedding reception or party of some sort. And this area right here is called Flourish, a gathering space. I've heard that locals come here to watch the game together, and behind the wall with the fireplace, they also have pinball, foosball, different games for kids of all ages, the young at heart. And then right across is the Stir. This is more of a quiet workspace. Maybe you work from home and you need a little bit more quiet. You can come here. I do love new construction homes, don't get me wrong, but one of the huge advantages of buying in a community like Cadence is that you have the backyard already finished, which is especially important if you want to have a swimming pool, because if you are buying a new construction home and you want a pool, you're going to be putting that in yourself, and that's going to cost you $60,000 at least and up. I've heard it going over $100,000. It's crazy. In addition, these are practically new homes. This community was starting to be built in 2017, and they're just finishing up right now. So you could potentially get a resale home that is a couple years old and already has a finished yard. Now, I can be very specific with my searches for you, so if you're interested in this sort of thing, you can go ahead and tell me, hey, I only want a home that is less than 4 years old, and I can create a search where that is all you are seeing. Something I appreciate about Cadence is this grass that they have between the sidewalk and the street, which isn't necessarily easy to find in Arizona. And they also have these patches of green grass throughout the neighborhood. It really is kind of nice compared to the typical rock and brown that you see in a lot of Arizona neighborhoods. All right, let's talk for a minute about schools. If you have kids that are preschool up through 6th grade, well, right here in Cadence, they have Silver Valley Elementary School. And I've only heard good things from people who have their kids in this specific school. Now, Cadence is in the Queen Creek Unified School District, and I'm also happy to say that this is a good school district. They get A and B ratings, so you might have heard that Arizona doesn't have the strongest educational system. They don't always get the best grades, but there are certain areas where you definitely can find those great schools. And you also have the option of doing charter schools. There is a basis charter school nearby. It's actually in the Eastmark community, but you could go there as well. That is tuition free. There are also schools called Great Hearts Academy. That is also a charter school. So a lot of school choice here in Arizona. With Toll Brothers having the newer neighborhoods in Cadence, you can see that the homes are a little bit more modern. The aesthetic is very beautiful as you go along these streets, and if you are interested in seeing if any of these homes happen to be available as a resale home, you can reach out to me. I will check for you and see if we can get you into one of these beautiful Toll Brothers homes in Cadence. Behind me is one of the last few remaining new construction homes here in Cadence. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this home by Toll Brothers. You can see it has such a modern, sleek design, like many Toll Brothers homes do. All right, and let's go inside. As soon as you come in, you have this wide entryway. You have one bedroom right here in the front, all by itself. And guess what? It has its own full bathroom. Very nice. Coming back here, you have an open den. This is the half bath for your guests and where you come in from the garage. A nice open concept kitchen with the cabinets that go to the ceiling practically. Here's your dirt lot. This is what you get when you get a new construction home, but it actually is a decent sized lot as new construction homes go. Let's head upstairs. The primary bedroom is up here. You have this little loft area. And all of the bedrooms are right here in a row, starting with the primary bedroom. Pretty sizable. Here is your bathroom. Could just turn on some lights here. You don't have a bathtub, but you do have a beautiful shower. Plenty of room in that closet. Let's go look at the secondary bedrooms. This is bathroom with double sinks. I like that, so the kids don't have to fight over the one sink when they're getting ready for school or whatever. Two bedrooms next to each other, and the little laundry room. And that wraps up our tour, so here's my information. And as always, do not hesitate to reach out if you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area. It's the only way that I can connect with you and help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. I hope to hear from you soon.